All right. There's nothing I love to do more than pontificate about Star Trek. So we're going to start doing that maybe a little bit more as I start to look into some of these rumors and things that are going on with the show here. Fun stuff. And if you love Star Trek, please go check out my book, The Stars Entwined. It's on Kindle and on paperback on Amazon. And basically, I made my own sort of cool science fiction universe. So if you like exploring strange new worlds, seeking out new life and new civilization, and the like, with a little bit of a spy twist for this series, you will enjoy this. So I'll put this link down in the description below. Pick it up on Amazon today. Our talk today is about Enterprise, and apparently they are pushing a Enterprise revival effort. Now, does this need to be done? It's a good question. And this is being done by fans who are interested in this, and it's not, to my knowledge, being floated around the studio, but there's a unique timing situation that's coming up right now in that the actor who plays Captain Jonathan Archer, Mr. Quantum Leap guy himself, is available. His stint right now is coming to an end, and he will be on the market pretty shortly. And that makes for something pretty cool. Now, Enterprise ended, almost 20 years ago. And it ended kind of on a bad note. The last episode, they really rushed, kind of retconned everything, made ugly. And it didn't make for a satisfying ending, which is a really sad thing because that season really was probably the best of Star Trek outside of Deep Space Nine, other than that episode. So they really found their footing. They really got everything going to a point where it was awesome. And it would have been nice if Enterprise would have continued for another 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons. After that, unfortunately, they did cancel the show. They started going off on Star Trek fatigue, which, these studios never make the best calls when it comes to these niche franchises as it is, and the rest is history. Now, I'm kind of open to this. There is a cool era with a Romulan war that could come up, a bunch of birth of Starfleet, the Federation, and all that coming on, where I believe Archer becomes president of the Federation at some point. You can even have him in that role. He's a very distinguished-looking gentleman at this point. It'd be very cool. It'd be much more interesting than what they've done with like Picard. And this article says this as well. Where, Picard's story is really over, we didn't need this. We get some member berries, but, let's be honest, Patrick Stewart's looking pretty frail. It's not really great for an action sci-fi show. It's just not working out on that level. Now, what scares me, of course, is they would, of course, bring in people who don't understand Star Trek, don't understand what the fans want, aren't particularly, I would say, concerned about its history and its continuity, and could just screw this up even further. We saw that with Discovery. Discovery, actually, for that time period they set it in, had a pretty cool opportunity also. There was a neat war that was going on, and there was a fan film that was going to go really into detail with it called Axanar, and that film really had, was going to pull out all the stops to tell this war story during this time period. And it was shut down by Paramount CBS, and then they adjusted all of their rules, basically so you can't make awesome fan films like were being done. It's really sad. They just noted that they weren't going to be able to compete with the fans who actually cared about the properties. And you look at Discovery and you look at what happens with the people involved, you can tell they don't care about the properties. You can tell they're out there just trying to make their own take or whatever that's edgy and social justice-y and obnoxious. And it's really ruined what could have been something cool. Now, I would hope they wouldn't do that with Enterprise. I don't think Picard did that as badly. You look at it, and it's not as glaring as, say, Discovery is, even though Picard's got its issues with the writing as well. But Enterprise, if they really just put some people who did it right and really actually cared about Star Trek lore and brought back most of this cast, I think we could have some fun again. I'd be all for it. This is actually, I'd actually prefer a revival of this. The cast is slightly younger than, say, Next Generation or Deep Space Nine at this point, to Worf Adventures or Riker Adventures or anything like that. I think it would work out a little bit better. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.